Hey friends, let's see who's here. So this is gonna be slightly different for us. Let me figure out how to mute myself. We're gonna try going live over here on YouTube for a little bit. So we're gonna see if this works. Those of you that are here, can you comment so I can see if I can see the comments? That would be fantastic because this platform works differently. Hi, Lydia. Thank you for commenting so I know that this actually works. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see me coloring a little bit better. So today we're going to use the Into the Wind stamp set. And I just love this girl. I love that you can fit her on a mini slimline or a slimline or even an A2. That's what this is an A2 panel. I love all of the sentiments that come with it. I think that they are pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. From the simple, I'm here for you, to I have found the key to happiness. Stay away from jerks. It's kind of how I feel about Facebook right now. Sometimes in the winds of change, we find our true direction. Listen to the wind, it talks. Listen to the silence, it speaks. Listen to your heart, it knows. And then out with the old, in with the new, winds of change, I welcome you. So it's all kind of uplifting, and I think it makes a great card for just about, excuse me, just about anybody. So there is that. So we're going to get coloring. I have my cool color blend stand here. And we are going to choose skin colors. Now, I stamped this in Memento Desert Sand because I wanted to do like a no lines coloring type scenario. And I want to give her kind of darker skin, like a little bit darker skin than my typical Caucasian color blend. So we're going to give her just a little bit darker skin today. So I'm going to start with E25. Pull this over here so you can see it. And then E23. And then E13. E11. And E00. So there you go. That's going to be our skin blend for the day. And we're going to start coloring. I'm trying to figure out a great place to put this where you can see it good, but it doesn't get in the way of my hand while I'm coloring. And it doesn't shadow the light. So, you know, jury's still out on that one. Oh, and I forgot. Usually when I color skin, I always start with the lightest color. And I wet the paper. It's kind of like priming the paper, like a painter would paint your walls. They prime them first. It's kind of a way to do that. So I just go over everything except for her eye. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with her arms. And then she has a little bit down here on her feet. Okay, and I'm gonna start with this E25. And I'm gonna go ahead and color around her hairline. Now she's looking into the sun, theoretically, or towards the sun or sunset. So anything towards the back of her face here is gonna be in shadow. So I'm gonna deepen up the shadow, like around her ear and stuff, so that there's a little bit more there. Are you guys with me? Anybody with me? I know it's gonna be hard to get used to a new platform. I'm gonna shade in around her eye. I'm gonna shade in around her nose. And then I'm gonna shade in a little bit around her lips. It looks really weird now, but we will blend it out. I'm gonna go ahead and color around her fingers. Down this bottom line of her arm, again, because the sun would be in front of her. Where her t-shirt would leave a shadow. And again, just deepening up that shadow. This is her hand from the other side. And then where the front arm would cast a shadow onto the arm that's underneath, since her arms are crossed. Leave a little bit of a shadow there. And then I'm gonna not forget, hey! Hi, Angela. I'm so happy you found me. Hi, bestie. Okay. And then around her feet, just like that. You guys feel free to share this video. It would be amazing if you would. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna come back in with our second color. We're gonna start shading. Just elongating that shadow from before. Down her chin. And depending on how artsy you are, you can really start shaping her face at this point. I'm not super artsy, but I'm gonna pull out a couple of lines here to kind of shape her face a little bit right there. Hi, Aunt Candy, you found me. I am in Facebook jail again. Their little AI bots are really starting to get to me, so it may be that I start doing my lives over here. And that way we have more than one platform, so the people who don't have Facebook can watch. and the people who do have Facebook can watch. Okay, so now E13. Same thing, I'm gonna just continue. This is the center color in our color blend. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this color much more liberally. Because this is the true color of her skin. I kind of picture her as like Native American heritage-ish. I don't know, I think I've always just seen that in her. I'm the only reason you joined Facebook, yeah. Well, I appreciate that. But now you can watch Sandy on Facebook and me on YouTube. Well, at least for the next couple of days, and then we'll make a decision from there. But all of my posts and stuff says that it's going to be like down the feed for the next 29 days. And I don't know. I'm just really irritated. I'm irritated that it's all bots. And that there's no like human presence. And I understand why they have to do bots. But I'm also irritated with the double standard of stuff on there. So got my order the other day. Love the package. I want all the things. Yes. I thought that was very fitting for you, Angela. I'm glad it got to you so quickly. Thanks for letting me know. You should post pictures of like, yay, I got all my things. That way, I don't know, people just love to see crafty hauls. Yeah, I had made a comment in jest. Somebody is picking on one of my friend's daughters, and I said you should mama bear up and kick some butt. And that they took that as inciting violence. So apparently I'm a violent person and I incite violence. Okay. There's like one line right here that I really don't like. And then I'm going to pull my R20, if I can find it. And I'm going to add some color to her cheeks. And her face. Just a couple of brush strokes, not a whole bunch. And then I kind of washed out this on her chin just a little bit. So I'm going to add that back in. Or on her neck. Okay. Now before I put these away, I know, it's such craziness. So before I put these away, I'm going to add holes to her jeans. So I start with my E25 because that's the darkest skin color. And you have to remember this is the side of her leg. There. and then maybe a little one like under her knee. Okay. Good morning, Tyler. If you guys don't mind sharing this video, that would be awesome. Just copy the link and post it on your Facebook or Instagram, or invite people, because I'll be over here coloring for at least a few days. And I'm just going down through all of my colors. Okay. So it looks weird right now, but I promise it'll be better. So I'm going to pull out my favorite denim blend, which is my B99, B97, B95, B93, and B91. Okay? Hopefully you guys can see all those. I'm going to start with my B99. It is craziness. I'm going to leave a shadow underneath where her shirt comes over her jeans. Yay, Vicky, you found me. Hooray. I'm going to put a shadow around her pocket. And I'm going to put a shadow around this pocket. Now, I'm going to make this shadow kind of rounded. I don't know why, I just feel like it's always a little bit more appealing that way. Actually, that's exactly what I am going to do. I'm going to start doing crafting haul videos on YouTube for you, even though some think you're violent. Yeah, the AI bots think that I'm super violent. But I think that that just solidifies my dislike of Facebook. But the problem is when you own a business, so much advertising and stuff happens on Facebook that it is so hard to function without Facebook. And so trying to find a way to continue that sales channel, it's detrimental to a business to not be able to use Facebook. So, like, for me not to be able to post any of my cards or any, you know, upcoming things and all of that, it's really hard, and I have to rely completely on Sandy, which makes her job even harder, because then she has more stuff that she has to do. It's such a pain. It is such a pain. So, posting videos, I really appreciate it. And posting your cards, you guys don't even know how much that helps get the word out that we're here, even though I'm in Facebook jail. Okay, so I've gone over all the artist drawn lines. Yes, Lydia's here. She's creeping in the back because I'm sure she's working. Okay, so I have my 9-7. I'm just going to start working on these shadows. I'm trying to practice holding my marker back just a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing. It's pretty difficult though, let me tell you. When you're used to coloring straight up, it's really hard to hold your marker back. So I'm just putting in little lines on the tops of all of these little wrinkles in her jeans. And then that way I can slowly fade into a highlight. I have not made my one phone call from jail, but if I made my one phone call from jail, it would probably be to Sandy. Sandy would be my one phone call from jail. For sure. And then once she got done laughing at me, once she finished laughing, she would get everything taken care of. And I know as soon as I called her, she'd be like, hello, and it'd be like, you have received a call from Jammie. She would totally start laughing. An inmate at... She would have a mini heart attack and panic first. Then she would laugh. An inmate from Facebook Correctional Facility. You can tell these jeans are her favorite. They're the ones she wears all the time. Do you guys have favorite jeans? I do have that, but it's connected. So you have to have an account owner, even if it's a business page. You still have to have an account owner. And so my husband was like, well, just log in on my account and do your video on my account. But that doesn't work because I'm friends with all of you on my account. So you see when I go live. He's not friends with any of you, so you can't, it wouldn't notify you or anything anyways. So I just think that this might be a blessing in disguise. It might be time to diversify and figure out some other ways, some other channels. And so that's why I decided to just go directly to YouTube and go live directly from YouTube. And then that way you don't have to have an account. You can just turn on YouTube and find us. And you know, it could be, like I said, it could be a blessing in disguise. We never know. So I'm going to choose to look at it in a positive way, and I'm going to try to figure out something positive to do with the experience and not let it get me down. So we're still here and we're still coloring. And we're coloring some ripped jeans. Daytime PJs and nighttime PJs. I mean, it's a thing. I don't blame you. I'm wearing jeans right now. I'm just a jeans and a t-shirt kind of girl. I guess she's me right now because I'm wearing ripped jeans. Oh no, these jeans don't have any rips in them. Dang it. Well, I'm wearing jeans and a white t-shirt, so. All right. Okay, so her eye is kind of creeping me out, so let's color her eye. And there's not a whole lot we can do with it because it's so small. So I'm going to give her green eyes, or a green eye. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with my multi-liner. Ones that fit. And I'm going to give her some eyeliner. And I'm going to give her a pupil. And I'm going to give her some eyelashes. And then I'm going to use my white gel pen and put a little highlight there. Okay, so her hair. I think I want to do it super, super dark brown. I don't want to have it black per se, but like really close to being black. So I'm going to use my E49. I like to bring in E77. E27. Where else do I want to go with this? E25. And then E35. Ones that fit. Do we all still have jeans that fit? Okay, so I'm going to start underneath her fringe. And then kind of trace a line around her face. And then around this section of her hair. I love this stamp set. It just brings me peace. Sorry you can't see. Thank you, Angela. because of my hands. Okay, so where her hair overlaps. And then down here, there's a little section where her hair overlaps. And then I'm gonna kind of trace a line up the back of her head, just following that artist drawn line so that I have a place to start from. And come in here across her shoulder. There we go. Hey, hey, Rebecca, you found us. Okay, so E77. And I'm just following everything that I previously did. With her hair blowing in the wind like this, it's all kind of coming in one direction. So it makes it easier. I don't have to rotate my paper quite so much. Okay. Now E27 is going to be not necessarily darker than the E77, but it's a different tone of brown. So I'm going to kind of go over it some. The E77 is like a maroon brown, and this is like a chocolate brown. But hair has many different colors when it hits the sunlight, and so I like to build that into my hair blends. Dull and bright and all different kinds of colors. So thank you, bestie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous about being over here on YouTube. I hope that everybody can find us. Okay, so now my E25. I'm all concentrating and being super quiet. Sorry, guys. I like it on YouTube. Thanks, Vicky. I kind of like it over here. I'm not gonna lie. I do. But I just hope people can find us. Sandy, if you could post your link to the shop, that would be cool too. Or Tyler, or any of you. That would be amazing. The stamp set is in the shop. It's called Into the Wind. And so you can purchase the stamp set if you wish. I just love her. I love this whole stamp set. Super cool. Okay. So now that I have done her hair, oops, I'm going to go to my E25 and I'm going to add an eyebrow. I feel like she needs an eyebrow. It's on the stamp that she has an eyebrow. It's just when you stamp a no lines and then you color darker skin, the eyebrow tends to disappear. So, what color shirt would you guys like? I was kind of thinking about doing a white shirt, but it's up to you. Whatever you guys think, whatever you feel like. Anybody have an opinion? While you're doing that, I'm going to put some lipstick on our little girl here. So I'm going to start with my R39. I'm going to come into the corner of her mouth and then where her lips meet. Green. I like green. Green's a good plan. Give her some red lips there. Oops. All right, so Sandy said green. I'm gonna use my favorite olive blend, but she knew that was coming. Okay, so YG 99, 97, 95, 93, and 91. I love green and I love olive green. Okay, so kind of the same thing I did with the jeans is I'm going to come around the back. Because her back would be in shadow. And then I'm going to follow these artist drawn lines for these little creases. If you guys have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, it would be super cool of you to subscribe. You can do that while you're watching this video. Also, if you could hit the thumbs up and like this video, that would be super cool too. So I'm going to add a little bit more shadow. And then just kind of go along the bottom here. Just like that. It's fun over here on YouTube. Yay, Nona. I have 3 likes. Yay. Okay, so YG97. Again, I'm going to come along the back of her shirt. I'm going to shadow underneath her arms. Just really working on these previous shadows that I already laid in. Smoothing out those colors where they meet. Okay. Oh, really? I don't know how to do that, but okay. There you go. I posted the link. Okay, so now I'm on YG95. This is the 3rd color in my blend, so this is the true color. So again, I'm going to be using a lot more of this color to make it read that way. And I'm also going to come down the front of her shirt because her body is rounded. I'm also going to come in where there's kind of this indentation drawn in to make these meet. Blend this out just a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a job for Cameron. Cameron's our tech guru. So this green is much, much different than the other ones, and this will make it more green than olive, but then the 9-1 brings it back to an olive color. So this really punches up the green, and then the 9-1 brings it back down. Yes, they do color so well. I love my polychromos. So if you have any questions or anything, you just don't hesitate to ask me. I will answer or point you in a direction where you can find the answer. I will shamelessly plug and tell you need the Sweet Sentiment craft coloring paper. Yeah, we'll have to see if Cameron can make you guys moderators. Okay, so then we're left with her shoes. And I kind of think I want to do white shoes for her. because that sounds like a thing. So I'm going to start with my W2. And I'm just going to go along the sole of the shoe. And then I'm going to come along. And I chose W because I stamped with the desert sand. And the desert sand has a warm base. Archie, no. So that's why I chose the W, is I'm kind of using that stamped line to be my shadow. Then I'm going to go to W0. And then I'm going to go to Woo. Hi, Archie. I have it just delivered. Yay. Archie, Tyler says hi. His ears went back, Tyler. And then I'm going to use my colorless blender. Because white shoes are never super clean unless they're brand new. So, okay, then I'm going to grab my Jelly Roll. This is actually my white gel pen from Pear Blossom Press. And I'm going to add the threads from her jeans. A couple of threads that sort of hang down. Because you know, after you wash them a couple of times, that's what happens. And then I'm going to add some highlight to her shoes. Just like that. And now our girl is done. Yay! So I think tomorrow I will come in and add a background for her. So 2-part series. You can come back tomorrow and check out the background coloring for her. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video today. I know that I enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can find us here on YouTube. So obviously this video will be posted right away, so you guys can always watch the replay. And thank you so much for joining me over here, despite my Facebook jail status, my Facebook felon status. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and spread the word that I'm going to be over here on Facebook coloring. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodles!